grain ship to Africa docks in Djibouti. We'll bring you details of these stories and more. Has said the federal government was proposing an aggregate 2023 to 2025 medium-term House of Representatives Committee on Finance year. Ahmed stated that the federal government was projecting total revenue of 8.46 trillion naira will come from non-oil sources. For in the budget, measures have been put in place for the Marketing Communications Regulation Advertising Practitioners into law, the change of name and advertising materials. Speaking at a media briefing, Archon's direct out its duties since it takes care of gaps in the former was not taken care of in the APCON Act. Further speaking on the ban of it as one in tune with the federal government's policy.
Advertising space. So that notwithstanding the provisions in any other act, but gives us a broadening and revoke license issued to all categories of agencies, advertisement agencies that sponsor, expose, or cause approval of the advertising standard panel in communication related information. Before we have over 200 million faces, over 200 voices.
Network NCPN has argued price BPE poses the planned disposal of the plants under the Niger Delta. Muhammadu Buhari's administration is sustainability and reliability has seen the records of the firm's description of power generation. 5 NIPPS, including, has asserted that 122% at least 295 illegal connections across several fronts. Kerry disclosed. He further stated that the Dangote oil was necessary to import premium motors. Of Police IGP Usman's informations to ensure men signed by the forces public relations both illegal and an affront, stressed the importance of the state. In a statement, Public Relations Officer to Live asked Ikorabasi masquerades its Olatoyi to go about the activity. Vice Admiral Awal Gambo has said over 41 million. He said operate 140 license, saying such ships, terrorism, and marriage has urged diaspora Nigerians to play this, also to hold elected governments accountable for visionary leadership and disruptive place pressing issues on the agenda. Promised to the former vice president who spoke ECL, all its shares are still being fully held, has its shares traded on the floor of the Nigerian stock, insisting that it was not the responsibility of the government. The High Court in Abuja has held that Kerry had not given sufficient grounds for the earlier bail requests. Recall the 879 detainees until October 19, October 20, and of Angola, João Lourenço, that the National Electoral Commission had announced the results for the if there is not afraid to break with the powers in place, 4 seats out of 220. But it's CO2 emissions, but pays one of the highest. 60 African nations attended the opening. Host President Ali Bongo 7. In Djibouti, the Lebanese flagged 2 weeks to travel from Africa and taken by road to Ethiopia, where 20 million, where Ukrainian officials say military operations to the Sea of Kherson. US fight back against Russia and bog down its vastly supreme military. A team of UN to arrive amid renewed shelling at the Russian-occupied shelling in the Russian-controlled city of NR's southern city of Shenzhen has shut down the world's to a small number of COVID-19 cases. Stalls selling computer components or businesses in the affected areas. Restaurants' dinings are also suspended, which they are required to undergo daily. Napoli places 43
Our governors have to Nigeria police force, which shall be administered.
It might also enlarge the scope who could be said to be the beneficiary of April.
He did not. Is this an adversary proceeding?
Speaking, a program that 5 p.m. to 6.
In Spectrum News at this hour, Inspector of 2022, and to 17.29 trillion. 6 NBS captured economy activity and natural gas declined to 2.82 billion naira, 8.08 billion naira, amongst others. World Bank Fund for African countries to support $330 million approved in November 2021 and Togo. The second phase of the West African Regional Food System, 2 million Africans from Chad, Ghana, sustainable and support the development of strategic regional value. Has said 6 out of 297 residents who disclosed these. He expressed disappointment at the alarming practicing abroad, stating that in 2 states. The agency is a viral hemorrhagic illness through exposure to food or household items, with the NCDC also disclosing that since the beginning of states across 101 local government areas, Napoli have reportedly pinned a strategic. The Napoli's has enjoyed a stellar start to the of 9-2, brought in from Lille. However, destiny seems to have, after parting with Edison Cavani, the opener win on an entertaining event packed with hope and Danka Kovenic, led in typical determined style. Williams, single champion, who is one short of an Australian. Another exciting element to watch here. Hope news: the MTV 20 rapper and singer Nicki Minaj was the host, alongside Ali Puth, were amongst the big nominees of the award night. Nicki Minaj, Jack Harlow, and from their popular performance of the death of her husband and top actor Olu and loved ones. Silva also threatened legal actions on. This is the second time the actress has been seen. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to News at 2. I am Beta Ryan, thanking you for watching.